The governor of Missouri granted a last-minute stay of execution after DNA testing raised new doubts about the guilt of a death row inmate. Marcellus Williams was scheduled to be put to death last night for the 1998 murder of Felicia Gayle. Tony Dokoupil shows us the impact of a recent review of evidence. Tony, good morning.
Good morning. Marcellus Williams' attorneys say the new DNA evidence found on the murder weapon matched an unknown person and not their client. Governor Greitens plans to appoint a 5-member board to recommend whether Williams should be executed or now granted clemency.
Because he's an innocent man, and they didn't look at him like that. They didn't give him a chance.
Marcellus Williams knows his father's exoneration is still a long shot. Williams was convicted of stabbing a former newspaper reporter, Felicia Gayle, 43 times with a butcher knife inside her home back in 1998.
It's sad because this woman, she was murdered, and her killer is still walking the streets.
In 2015, Missouri's Supreme Court delayed Williams' execution to allow for DNA testing that was not available during trial. Larry Comp is one of Williams' attorneys.
We're looking at an execution a couple hours from now, and the governor interceded, and now we get our day in court and talk about what these results mean.
The governor's executive order states the inquiry board has the power to gather information, whether or not admissible in a court of law, to make their recommendation. The Innocence Project took notice after an online petition calling for a stop to his execution received more than 250,000 signatures. Barry Scheck is one of its co-founders.
And if you're going to execute somebody, you ought to have a really good fact-finding process. Here we have an individual that DNA testing is showing could well be innocent. It's very troubling.
Missouri's Attorney General has defended the prosecution of Williams and said in a statement, "We remain confident in the judgment of the jury and the many courts that have carefully reviewed Mr. Williams' case over 16 years.
I hope my father's situation shows people that you need to give people a chance and treat everybody equal."
2 witnesses reportedly claimed Williams confessed to the burglary and the killing, but defense attorneys say those witnesses are unreliable and were motivated by a $10,000 reward. Gayle?
All right. Thank you very much, Tony.